Alright, Altars by Kronos gonna bring in one last game for the new year here. It's gonna post actually after New Year's, but I'm starting to record it beforehand. We have one more match with me and Tony Z. I'm playing the Dune on the top. Tony Z is playing on the bottom. Sorry about this. I didn't realize I had to switch out because I was playing another guy, but he had to drop out before our games were complete. So I don't have a full match completed with him. So Tony hopped in and we played, but I didn't realize I didn't extend the screen out. So that's why it's a little odd in the beginning. I do fix it eventually, but I just wanted to apologize. But I hope you enjoy the games. There were some really cool games. Tony's playing a mono green deck. Tony's been playing mono green for a long time. He's pretty good with it, and it's a pretty solid deck. And awesome playmat signed by a whole bunch of the artists. If you look carefully, you might recognize some of those signatures, but it's pretty cool. Let's get down to the games here and see what's going on. Again, Happy New Year to everybody. This is the first year I've done any altars and any videos. I just want to say a special thanks to everybody. I know there's a lot of guys that helped me out here and there. Guys really don't have extra cash a lot, so what they've been doing is sending me a couple cards here and there that I can alter and try and do some stuff with. And I just want to say thanks to all you guys. I appreciate it. Other guys have done a lot of prayers for me or my son or both. I appreciate all of that. It means more than anything. So if you guys don't know anything about me, I do altars and I do these videos for fun and the love of magic. And once in a while, people have some extra, they try and donate towards my son's needs or basically towards my medical bills. I've been basically trying to stay alive since COVID. That time period, I had cheeked death a bunch of times, but I refused, so I kept fighting on. I just wanted to say thanks to everybody, and that's my little quick story. I hope everyone has an amazing year, and I wish everyone the best of luck in this upcoming 2026. Let's get down to the match. I'm going to skip ahead of this for you. Alright, here we go. Going to start the match off. Tony won the roll. Penalhaven into Llanowar Elf. Now, I do not have a sideboard put together for this version yet, so we did not sideboard. So I had a couple dead cards in the deck, but it was a lot of fun. They're not truly dead. He does have factories. Started off with library and a Mox and a pass. It's not really what I like to start off with when I'm playing a Winnie deck like this, because Tony's deck goes very fast. The sun is still up, and he is running around playing and going all kinds of crazy. So if you hear some noise in the background, I apologize. There's another elf. I see Tony missed a land drop, but with 3 mana he can play just about every single thing in his deck. So it looks a lot worse than it actually is. I'm going to try and ride the library a little bit, but I have to get some kind of threats out. My lions are not as good against a deck like his. He plays 4 giant growth tree, so it's kind of hard. A lot of times I'll lose my lion and I won't take the creature out. Looks like I'm going to tap. I'm going to play a line? No. Oh, I think I'm thinking about playing a Chaos Orb here. Yep. So my thought was Chaos Orb because I don't have any way of... I kind of had a very weird, not so good hand. Yep, there's a nice storm on the library, so now I don't have to ride the library. I can go a little more aggressive with my hand. So let's see what happens. My thought was to take that Penalhaven out. Alright, sorry, I had a little break there, but just played a scrub. And zero lion. I'm going to flip on the Penalhaven. I'm just going to use the lion here. So I did get the Penalhaven out, which was good, so now I can't start pumping all his creatures, so at least maybe I can make a trade, since that's his only 2 mana sources. The sun was a little bit energetic, so I had some times here, so I will skip ahead of all these moments for you. Alright, I'm back. I believe that's the end of my turn. I'm trying to decide if I want to do anything else. I do not. 6 cards in hand, pass. Tony did top deck a forest, which was good for him. Bad for me. Tony plays Spitting Slugs and Arconian Pixies and regular Pixies. He is a pretty nasty weenie deck based around Penalhavens and stuff like that. That's a problem. Yep, there's the Giant Growth I was talking about. But at least it's not to my face. But now I have a problem. I have no creatures on the board, and I'm facing 3 creatures. I gotta start doing something here. I'm gonna twist the last 3 cards away. Giant Growth, a Pixie, and an Elf. So that's very good news for me. There's another attack for 3 though. If you look, I'm taking some serious damage here. Son's all excited for New Year's back here, so I hope you guys are too. Alright, let's play a Suchi. I should have tapped the Mox and left one of the white and red sources just to make it look like I had a Flower Bolt. So that's a fail on my part, but even if you don't have something in hand, pretend you do. I can't tell you the amount of times in history that me or somebody I know had left 2 blue mana open and somebody lost the game because they thought we had counter magic and we didn't have any. Looks like I'm gonna bolt, regrowth, bolt, so hopefully I took care of the Pixie. Now I'm going to take care of one of his mana dorks. Trying to level the battlefield a little bit here. So at least that's 2 creatures down now. I'm going to swing with the Suchi. He's going to take 4, and let's see what we got. I'm hoping he doesn't top deck a Pixie, Arconian Pixies. And there's no Arconian Pixies. Okay, well, Suchi's not going to really do a lot this turn. What else do I got? More lands. Oh, and a book. Okay, that's good. Books win games. Sounds crazy, but that little book right there is, if you don't realize it, if somebody plays a tome out there, you better destroy that tome. So what that tome means to me is, unless you plow my Suchi, I'm drawing a card at least when it dies. So I can't block the Pixie, but he's got to calculate. He's going to do 2 to me, and he has to find an answer because I can do 4 back. So we got an Ice Storm here. He does play a lot of land destruction in there. So inside of caution, you gotta watch Donut. He'll destroy a lot of your lands. One of these games will show you how much lands he can really destroy and take out. Don't think your Moxen and Lotuses are safe either. There's a Curd 8. That's good for me. Now I can block his Pixie and kill it. Drawing? Yeah, it looks like I'm desperate. I'm hoping for a bolt. Nope, City of Brass. That's awesome. Alright, well, I'll swing for 4. And a Maze of Ith. That's a problem for me. I love Tony's deck a lot. Spent a lot of time working on his green deck. Honestly, I'm proud of that deck. That deck is awesome. I played a couple times against it, and it's definitely a good deck. Alright, so let's see here. We're going to untap and draw, see where we're at. Alright, there's a Soul Ring. I'm guessing I might draw now. He would have destroyed my Suchi by now. So I should keep the book open in case the Suchi gets destroyed, but I'm desperately trying to curve the game in my favor here. I can't do anything. I'm just going to take a lot of damage if I attack, so I have to pass. Alright. Let's see what happens here. I just made my pile of 4 over there. Well, it looks like I top deck a Mox, so there's my tome. I'm going to desperately try and keep drawing cards here. Aha, I got the bolt. There goes the Pixie. Alright, now we can attack and get in for 2 at least. Because you know he's going to Maze of Ith the Suchi. But always attack anyway, because I can't tell you the amount of times people forget they have. So you will do extra damage to people a lot, especially the first time around. For some reason, there's a massive percentage of people who forget. Oh, there's a regrowth for a Pixie. Alright. Again, using tome like this is not what I want to do. But I'm desperate for answers, and that's why I'm digging, which is not the best way to do it. I should really leave that open until the end. But I'm desperately trying to curve it in my favor, so I'm digging as much as possible. There's the Suchi. I'm really hoping for a Sarah Angel. Don't know where they are. I main deck 3 of them, so I don't want to get them early game. That's why I play 3. They usually do not come in my early game. I usually do not see them. It's a low percentage. Alright, well there's 2 Suchis, an Ape, and a Lion at this point. I'm going to draw again in hopes to try and find another Suchi or another card. And I did. For some reason I had a pocket of Suchis there. I'm going to pass with 3. He's going to top deck a Forest, not what he wants. He is going to swing in for 1. Pearl. And I'm just going to Alpha Strike it out here. I know he can take basically 2 Suchis away, 1 with the Maze of Ith, 1 with the Pixie. That still leaves a Suchi, an Ape, and a Lion. So I think he made the right decision here. You let me know what you think. But he blocks his Elf against my Lion, so he can permanently eliminate 2 damage a turn. He is going to take 6, but at least he doesn't have to worry about the extra Lion anymore. And I drew my 4th Suchi. We were kind of laughing about that at this point. There's a strike. And Tony goes down with the storm. There's a clap of excitement there. That was hilarious. I love it. Alpha swing, blowing up with Hurricane. That's a way to go out, man. So let's start game number 2. That was a fun game. Alright, game number 2. Let's see what we got going on here. This was a fun game. I don't remember a lot of detail about this one, but it was a lot of fun. Oh, I remember this start now. Penelhaven to a Soul Ring to a Chaos Orb. Not what I wanted to see first turn. By the way, props for Tony to help support my family. He sent me some factories and a Soul Ring a while ago, so that's a Soul Ring I did, and I did a set of factories for him. They are in his deck here. Soul Ring doesn't look like anything crazy, but I continue to artist art, and use a little imagination at times, so I made it look like the edge of a sun. I did not change the color of the interior, but I did match the exterior border to the interior. Now I did have a library, but I did have more I could do, but I wanted to purposely beat that Chaos Orb to the library. And it's slipping away real fast here for me. I'm going to be very far behind. Because now he has 2 green sources. You can use that for a flip. There's Master Tony, the Chaos Confetti Mastered, blowing up my library. I forgot to actually physically tap it, but we talked about I'm going to draw a card in response, because it would have brought me to 8 cards in hand. And this is what I meant. The extra mana goes right to a Arasconian Pixie and a Sprite. So now we have some problems. That's a lot of damage I'm looking at next turn. I do have some answers in my hand, but I don't know if I made the right calls here. Basically what I'm thinking about is either play like a Suchi or something like that. I thought no, because he has a Pixies out, and he'll probably have a Giant Growth. Not much I'm going to do, so I'm going to sack it for white. I'm going to Divine Offering to Soul Ring to stop him from playing too many things. There's a strip for the Penelhaven to try and reduce some damage, so I'm going to use the last white to play a Lion so I can kill his Pixie. Hopefully. But I'm very far behind. That start of his was just, that was a lot for me to handle. putting out that many creatures with the Chaos Orb and all that stuff that fast. Yep, there's a giant growth I was worried about. But I'd rather lose a lion and get rid of the Soul Ring than lose a Suchi and not be able to play anything. And there's more punishment to me. There is a there's a Maze of Ith. There's a Plow. Yeah, my son's excited for that one. There's one of the factories I did. Actually, hopefully soon I'm going to hopefully get some factories done, and I'm going to put a setup for sale, hopefully. Oh, he was showing the Soul Ring. Yep. Yeah, he really likes that Soul Ring. I do take the one from the Sprite. He's going to regrowth, but I had a twist in my hand, so I wanted to make sure I got rid of that Chaos Orb. Between all the land destruction stuff he has capable, I don't need another Chaos Orb going off. There's the Sprite. I am really starting to feel the damage here. There's a Scavenger Folk, which is bad for me because I had a Suchi in my hand. But for right now, I'm going to play an Ape, hopefully to hold him back a little. But I am really getting very, very far behind here. I don't know how I'm going to get back with just endless onslaught with me being that far behind basically on turns for the most part in my mind. So there's 4. I am going to look at my graveyard to see what in the world I have in there. Because I have a regrowth in my hand, which gives it away. When you look at, when you look at graveyards, same thing. If somebody plays blue and they look at the graveyard, you know they have a recall in hand. Alright, so it looks like I decided to just tap all 4 and play a Suchi out. There's another forest. So I'll blow Suchi up, which I knew about. I wish I had a book out. He doesn't want to attack with the factory because I will kill it with my ape. So I am just taking 2 a turn, but it is showing I am at 13 life and dying very fast. I'm not getting enough threats out. I'm not getting enough control. I'm not getting enough burn and plows. These kind of decks are my weakness for this. So basically I'm thinking about sideboarding like possibly 2 fireballs. I love Falling Star. I think it's an amazing card. If you know what Falling Star is, basically you stack your opponent's creatures in whatever pattern you feel necessary. Typically it's 3 across on the top row, 3 across the bottom row, and yes, you can hit all 6. Most of the time you're going to hit 4 to 5, and even if it doesn't kill them, it taps them all. So it allows you to do an alpha strike and burn through a lot of times, or alpha strike for the win. Looks like I'm going to regrowth. Good boy, buddy. Regrowth the strip. I'm going to take out the maze. That maze is a major problem for me, so I'd rather take the factory out, but the maze is a major problem. And there's a big old splitting slug. Top deck the plow. So I'm going to remove that slug. I know he has a lot of life here, but I'm not drawing threats. Oh, pardon me. Let's see what we got here. Oh, ice storm. Brutal. I am down to 9. There's a swing for 2. Basically me saying I know I'm pretty toasted, I can't do anything. I'm trying to bait. I have a disenchant in my hand. I think I have 2 disenchants. I drew 2 disenchants and just kept getting annihilated. It was a good game. Very well played by Tony. It shows you another land I kept drawing. I was hoping he would at least attack with his factory so I could kill it and hopefully take him off with 4 lands, but he's just going to kill me with the Penelhaven and sprites. I don't think there's a way for me to get out of this. Yep, and Tom ain't going to do it either, so... And that's it for that game. Let's go on to the next game, guys. Let's go on to game number 3. It is 1-1. Alright, guys, game number 3. I told you I paid attention. My brain kicked on. Still trying to find out what's actually going on with me, but I do have a lot of neurological issues. My brain and eyes are not really talking that well at the moment, so wish me luck on that one. Definitely use some prayers, hopefully find an answer at some point. But I have a quick lion. There's a elf. Let's see if I have bolt or some kind of removal in my hand. I should. Yep, there's a bolt. Swing for 2. There's a strip mine. There's a twist. I wanted to twist for more, but didn't work out that way. But I'm happy to take a dragonfly and a giant growth out. I forgot to tell you, yes, he does play dragonflies in this deck also. He plays a wide range of stuff, and trust me, it works. There's a swing for 2. Oh, factory. Oh, remember I told you about your Moxen not being safe? Yeah, there's Crumble's main deck also. And they are specifically designed for Moxen most of the time. There's a strip on the factory. Swing for 2. I don't want that factory around because I can't keep swinging with my lion. Swing for 2. He's on block with the pixie. Kill the lion. He's going to play a forest. Let's see see what we got here. Not much going on here. Another ice storm. Another ice storm. I was doing good. Now I'm having some serious problems. I'm basically just laughing at the amount of mana sources he's ripped out of there so far. Because I'm pretty sure I have a Sarah Angel and a Suchi in my hand. And I would have had them out a long time ago. There's a Penelhaven. That's not good for me. If he draws a 1/1, it is dangerous. Alright, well there's a Mox. That's good for me. I'll play a Lion. And look at that, another crumble. Uh-oh, there's a factory. Do I have another mana source? Uh-oh. Nope. Luckily, he didn't have a giant growth. I'll trade out. Oh, he played a maze. I always wonder if you played a maze first. Could have untapped your own factory and moved it from combat. But there's an elf, and it's not looking good for me at the moment. I'll discard a Sarah Angel. There's a Pixie. I need answers. There's a Bolt. I'll take away his mana source. I believe I had another Bolt in hand. Oof, Wolf. It has banding. At one point I did walk him through banning. Banning is extremely powerful and very underestimated. So there's the other Bolt I was telling you about. He's going to get through with the Wolf. Now I'm going to pass this through. If you look, it's kind of glitching out here. So his phone kind of had a weird glitch moment. So I'll fast forward through all this. Alright, so pass through all the glitching and the random mic issues. Somehow it turned his mic off on itself too. This is where we were confused on when we attacked and how the damage and everything went through there. We weren't sure if I already took the damage, if he already attacked or not. So we're like, let's just go through it, and if the 2 life really makes a big difference, so be it. This is old school Magic for you. Work it out together. No stress. Nobody freaks out. So I don't really know what life it's supposed to be at. I kind of got sidetracked with the glitch again. But let's see if it makes any difference or not. I'm going to play a Kurt 8. Yep, monkey for the win, buddy. Kurt 8s are dangerous. Oof, Pixie. Now I have a Mox. I wish I had my Demonic Tutor in hand. I do not, but I am going to play a Chaos Orb. I'm desperately trying to stay alive here. I had a good start, but I had just so much land destruction and basically mana destruction, I should say, because I'm destroying all the Moxes and everything like that. But he is going to attack through. I am going to block with my 8, so he's going to end up amazing here to remove his own creature. That's why I don't like the mazes in decks like his, because a lot of weenies, and all he's going to do is maze it. So I did draw a Lotus, and this is where I can change things slightly. So let's see what I end up deciding to do here. Gonna sack the Lotus. Alright, I sacked it for white, so you'll see me use 1 for a lion. I'm going to play a balance. This is where I turn the tables of the game. I had 3 cards in hand, so we did the creatures, 2/2. Lands, we went down to 1 Penalhaven, if you notice. Yes, I have my Chaos Orb there. So I went down to 2 cards. There's a flip. Take out that Penalhaven. Do I have anything else to play out? Swing with the ape. My life is low, so I'm desperately afraid of giant growths. I'm going to trade off with the lion and the pixie. Our lives are getting very, very close. That 2 life might make the difference here, and we weren't really sure. We're kind of just laughing about our graveyard sizes. My graveyard is bigger than his. It's huge. Actually, no, this game I think it was pretty even. We were talking about banding here. So basically, if I remember all the rules correct, you can band with creatures. If it's a flying and a ground creature, both creatures are not considered flying. The ground creature, or the flying creature, is now on the ground, and it's no longer considered flying. But banding basically works where, whether you're attacking or blocking, the player with banding decides where all the damage goes and how it divides out. If I have a 9/9 Colossus of Sardinia, Colossus out there, he's basically just assign all his damage to a 1/1. And I don't get to choose where it goes. Now this is where it kind of gets deadly for him. He has 1 wolf, but I have 2 apes. Now I laugh because I believe that top deck that turn was a Demonic Tutor, and I'm like, oh man, I figure my Mox is gone. Alright, so Tony is now down to 6. I'm going to take 1. This is where it's getting deadly for me too now, because he has a card in hand. I almost guarantee you that is a giant growth. So I am going to Demonic Tutor, but I have all white cards in my hand. So I need a white source. So I'm going to skip ahead of this. Alright, so I got my card. I'm I'm going to attack with a single elf, or single ape. I'm going to play him down to 4. Like I said, I need that ape as a blocker because I guarantee you he has a giant growth in his hand. But you guys always joke around about me playing 4 bayous. I don't know if this is exactly why I play bayous. Not just because Gaganos forests, but I always have black when I need it. I'll never have a black card in my hand and not be able to cast it. This is where we both have to do a lot of little calculations here. He's trying to figure out, can he attack and kill me? Can he not? How's he going to do it? Alright, so this is where he's going to use banding to his advantage. I skipped ahead of some other spots. Basically, it was just missing anything crazy. He was asking about a certain amount of cards in my graveyard, trying to calculate percentages here a little bit. So he used banding. I blocked with my ape. He's going to take all the damage on his banded creature, which is the wolf. So basically I traded a 1/1 for an ape, which I'm not happy about. And there's another pixie. Oh boy. I can get my white choice. I'm trying to think because I have a plow in my hand. So I'm trying to figure out exactly how to go about this. Alright, so I'm going to decide to use the white mana. I believe I played a lion. I think I had a lion in my hand here and a plow in my hand, so I'm trying to decide exactly what to do. Alright, so I'm going to play, oh, I had a Suchi too. Alright, so I'm gonna take a gamble here, and I'm gonna play a Suchi. Sorry about the noise here. My son is having a great old time, and right now he's having snacks on my lap. So there's a double attack. Now I cannot block with the Suchi, but I can block with the ape. And I know he has a giant growth in hand because he's been holding that one card forever. So we get another pixie. All 4 pixies now. I drew a City of Brass, not what I want to see when I'm at 4 life, but hey, is what it is. Now at this point, I'm going to try and finish him off. So I'm going to give him 6 life total, and I'm going to swing in for 6 damage. And there it is. That was the giant growth I was telling you about. And that was the disenchant I was holding in my hand. There's a regrowth next. That would have been huge. But as I flipped, I believe I had 3 lands in a row next, and I was toasted. So we're kind of just laughing going through this. Tony, awesome games, great deck, awesome playmat. The rest of you guys, have a wonderful new year. And I hope and pray everybody has a very blessed, awesome year. Good night, everybody.